top hat!
Says here that you've been decorated, and they sent you here to be posted.
Actually, sir, I'm here at my own request.
Why?
I've always wanted to see the frontier.
Do you want to see the frontier?
Yes, sir. Before it's gone.
There ain't nothing here, Lieutenant. Everybody's run off or got killed.
What about Indians?
Buffalo.
They want to hang you.
In 1863, as a young Civil War hero heads west to experience the last of a wild and free country, he discovers something unexpected, himself. The film is Dances with Wolves from Orion Pictures, a sweeping Western adventure directed by and starring Kevin Costner.
Imagine, you guys, this is the lens. This is what the lens will do as it comes through.
Lieutenant John J. Dunbar?
Yes, sir.
Says here that you've been decorated,
Yes, sir.
and they sent you here to be posted.
Actually, sir, I'm here at my own request. I've always wanted to see the frontier.
Do you want to see the frontier?
Yes, sir. Before it's gone.
Dances with Wolves tracks Lieutenant Dunbar's journey west, where he discovers a people and a way of life to which he finds himself irresistibly attracted.
I feel drawn to the period. I feel I can't hardly walk by a tin type photo, you know, or an old black and white this time without really staring at it and wondering about that life and that time.
The film was also the dream of screenwriter and author Michael Blake. It came together through his collaboration and friendship with Costner and producer Jim Wilson.
I told them about this vision that I had had, and I told them a few little ideas that I had for the story. And I said to Kevin, I said, wouldn't that make a wonderful screenplay? He said, Michael, don't write a screenplay of that. Write a book.
Blake's vision for the book came to life on the prairies of South Dakota, where an entire culture was recreated, from details of hair and makeup to the Indian buckskins created by technical advisor Kathy Smith and costume designer Elsa Zamparelli.
I made sketches for Kevin so that he could see what I had in mind. Actually, the Sioux are really the designers of the show, I always say, because they are.
The costumes we made are very traditional and made exactly right. The same old beads that were used 100 years ago, the same buckskin.
The rich history of the West inspired production designer Jeff Beecroft to capture the essence of the era.
The look of the picture was very important to Kevin. He wanted to convey a West that was wild and untamed and bigger than life.
This epic quality became a reality as Costner and Wilson assembled the cast and crew on the plains where the buffalo still roam to film the spectacle of a full-scale hunt.
We started with originally actually 3,300 buffalo. Never before have that many buffalo been worked in a given scene. Obviously, we had a helicopter. We had 10 pickups. I had 24 Indians riding bareback on horses. When you look at stunts, guys riding in and amongst buffalo, Kevin does it himself.
Well, there was 20 of us riding in the middle of this herd at full speed. And a horse got out of control and slammed into my horse and knocked me down. I just got up, and Norman came over, and he had my double horse there, and I said, get off. And he did, you know, and I said, bridle that sucker up, and he did. He's a good hand, and got back into it. And I just kept riding. About 2 minutes later, we got a great shot out of it. Action. It's no doubt you're going to stay up all night thinking where you're going to put the camera for the first place to look like you know what you're doing. Cut! You got it. The problem is after you cut on that one, where do you put the second place? All right, Jimmy Herman, you look right at...
Kevin Costner has built his reputation as an actor by taking on challenging roles. In Dances with Wolves, a sweeping Western adventure from Orion Pictures, he takes on an additional creative challenge by moving behind the camera to direct.
I didn't want to go into this thinking, I won't say action. You won't say actors act. I like that word action. It's a verb that describes what you want. Do it, Danny. I guess, you know, my style is that I don't have one. You know, but clearly, you know, once everybody starts working, you know, one emerges.
Costner directs himself as Lieutenant John J. Dunbar, a cavalry officer who finds his true spirit in a culture and with a people to which he is irresistibly drawn.
I'm a romantic, you know. I think great stories are timeless. And so I just had the pure joy of reading this story that was written, most of it, a lot of it in my home. And there was true inspiration in it. I saw it clearly as a movie.
When Dunbar meets Stands with a Fist, a white woman brought up by the Sioux Indians, he also finds his heart. She's played by Mary McDonnell.
Perfect. That's a keeper, yeah.
He was able to, I feel, bridge the gap or jump very easily from director to actor. He was very relaxed in both positions. So I got used to them sort of being the same person.
I've been able to observe myself doing this movie. And I'm not always pleased with myself. And sometimes I've surprised myself. It is a hard job. It's a lonely job, you know. I think it's the nature of a director to be second-guessed by people. Film isn't about doing as little as possible. It's about doing as much as you can. Action.
Dances with Wolves takes a daring look at a period of great injustice to tell a sympathetic story of a once proud people and the unique friendship they form with a white man.
The spectrum of human behavior was embodied in these people. They weren't just aboriginal savages creeping around out in the West. These people had relationships, there were bad apples, there were comedians.
You want some?
They were interesting. The kind of people you'd like to go along with this.
Two warriors meet as Wind in His Hair, played by Rodney A. Grant from Nebraska's Omaha tribe, tests Dunbar's courage.
He's in awe at some of the things that Wind in His Hair does because he hasn't witnessed this sort of person before. He learns that one of the misconceptions that the Army has of the Indians that they're all savages, which isn't true. Not every Indian comes at you with a bow and arrow and a tomahawk wanting to be scalped.
There's something even intuitive about him. That's what I liked about it. It's not somebody coming in and showing them a way to defeat all their enemies. She's hurt. No, she's hurt. A lot of people would have been killed. Like, I probably would have been killed out there, all by myself. Wind in His Hair probably would have killed me. Dunbar has an aura about him, and it serves him well. Dunbar never is the chief of these people. He's never the smartest guy. He just becomes one of them and not anything special.
Mary McDonnell stars as Stands with a Fist, a white woman brought up by the Sioux with whom Dunbar falls in love.
Grass grows on the prairie. Peitaki oblea el ki.
Wrong.
Wrong?
You said fire lives on the prairie.
I did?
No, I haven't seen any buffalo.
I'm attracted to enigmatic type of characters that you can't always trace what their past is. To me, they're people that end up in the river and you follow them down the river and they float, and so you clearly see but that river takes them to places. That's what movies are about. They're about dilemma, and they're about trying to be poignant.